I love this game. Hey everybody, it's Chucker Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Torn of the Golden Country. I don't know why I always try to do it in one breath. It's one hell of a title. Last time, we built bridges, one of them at least, and made it to the upper part of the Aletta region where we got lots of helpful items and did lots of good crafting. Now, with our sights set on the capital, Malos' next target, we step ahead.
Live jackpot. What's a Lephtherian monster doing here?
Worry about that later. Come on!
A Lephtherian monster? Hugo, were you salvaging on the side of the boat as you were coming back? I knew that you were in all that mechanical stuff and machines, but man, this is ridiculous. We're gonna open up with Aegean actually taking one for the team. I kinda wonder if any past emperor has ever scolded Aegean by carrying him around with a tea kettle handle on his head. You see that thing? Yeah, I've always wondered that. It'd be funny if they did. Laura, you open us up with some heat. And then we can get a steam bomb out of Aegean. Oh, we got break. Anyone gonna topple? Anyone gonna topple? Hugo can do it. Hugo, you gonna do it? Yes! Launch him up! And smash him down! Woo! Actually getting to do big driver combo-y stuff is awesome. I don't think Mithra wants to use her level 3 or any of that. Laura can get us a Steam Explosion, which she will. Steam Explosion break, we're actually doing one of these main routes. So the benefit of doing one of the defined routes is that you get the level 3 blade combo effect of interrupting what your opponent is doing. Just as you would in the base game. You don't get that normally with just any old route. However, we apparently can't win.
Is it over?
You were always slow to finish a job, my prince.
I thought I told you to stop calling me that.
A blade?
He's Minnow, Questor of Malthus' blade.
Malthus's?
He's one of the Questors at Indo. And Malos' driver.
Minoth, aka Cole, is our 9th party member. Contributing to a blade combo will cause element orbs to start orbiting the enemy. You can then destroy them and inflict other special effects by using a chain attack. Press plus when your party gauge has all 3 bars full to launch an attack sequence where teams take turns hitting the foe and an element orb with specials. When an orb is hit 3 times, it will be destroyed. A special of the opposite element to an orb on the enemy will count for 2 hits. This last part is key. Here, have a free element orb and party gauge refill. Now you got all you need to press plus, trigger a chain attack, and watch the sparks fly. Finally, right? We actually have a lot of stuff that can benefit from this. Minoth is Dark Element and the final new weapon class, Gun Knives. These are all about hitting rapidly in succession. His specials have high hit counts to go up for it. That's his level 1, Espada, reduces aggro on the target. Since we have Laura with Fire Element, we're gonna go for that because we have Bridget with Fire Element as well. That guarantees us an orb smash.
Don't forget me. Lead the
Oh, there, he said it! During chain attacks, Hugo says, don't forget me. They knew what they were doing. Destroying an orb has a lot of nice effects. It extends the chain attack, it raises the damage bonus, fills up the full burst gauge, and recharges used characters. Normally in a chain attack, each team will act once, and that's it. but if you manage to destroy an element orb, the attack will be extended by an extra round. If you succeed in the button challenge that appears when the round is extended, the specials you use will get a level and be recharged, so be ready for it. Remember when they explained absolutely nothing to do with chain attacks in the main game? Oh! When you launch a chain attack, the party gauge will be replaced with a full burst gauge for the duration. With each element orb you destroy, the full burst gauge will fill up a little. If you can fill it completely with a full burst trigger, dealing massive damage. Additionally, if you defeat an enemy during a chain attack, overkill will begin. Dealing more damage with overkill nets you extra XP, WP, and SP. This is all I ever wanted. Ah! The bad tutorial man can't hurt you anymore. You're fine, you're safe now. Minos level 2 special, Cyclone, is increased damage when his HP is 90% or higher. I'm gonna go for Laura here instead of Jin, as I don't want to smash that one too soon. I want to get as many rounds of this as possible. Aegean, I guess you could come out.
I shall leave it to your capable hands beyond.
Even if you kind of suck.
How about another round of carnage?
We'll go for Minos level 3. Crucetta is a chance of guard annulling. Doesn't that just look cool, how he just flips around all over the place?
Plenty more where
His
that
aesthetic might be difficult to pin down. He's a cross between a cowboy and a ninja who speaks Spanish. I kind of love it, not gonna lie. Never seen that done before. No, you may not. Bridget is better than you. Sorry, I don't make the rules, Aegean. Besides, she gets increased damage in front of her or something. I forget what Aegean's level 3 effect is, to be honest with you. Minoth, you come out again? I'm not even gonna get to talk about your battle skills, am I? Unless I do it during this. His battle skills. Number 1, Santo increases damage on every single attack cancel. This stacks up really quick, and the best part is you don't even lose it if you switch over to Mithra. The numbers only go up, however, when you're using Minoth. That's great right away. His second, Medio, reduces aggro buildup from attacks. Can be helpful, not super amazing. And Limpio, increased damage when battling a boss or unique monster. Good timing on joining the party, buddy.
You've got an interesting way of fighting. You are?
Laura, that's Jin. And she is Hayes.
Pleased to meet you.
Jin? You don't mean from Torna? 17 years ago, wasn't he?
Enough! No more words to anyone!
Sounds like a good story is all I'm saying.
You want to hear?
Another time.
That was close. Thanks, Minoth. You're very capable, even on your own.
Well, maybe I should thank him. Or not?
Your core looks kind of different.
Well, I'm a flesh eater.
A flesh eater?
A being with human and blade cells. Made possible with Judician technology. That's how I can use my full strength anywhere, without my driver. But I'm pretty sure I'm a failed experiment, so to speak.
I never knew blades like that existed.
Flesh eaters.
What of Amalthus? Isn't he coming?
Nah. I just heard rumors that you guys had entered Torna. I used my own initiative.
Ah.
It's been 2 years since I saw him last.
Huh?
Man, watching Jin is like watching a slow-moving train wreck.
arrived too late.
Is that right? Was that their child? That soldier, wasn't that the one from...
Such a cruel world we live in.
Huh.
In Indal, there are a great many paintings depicting all manner of hells. But I think real hell might be closer to something like this.
Amalthus, you can't...
I had hoped once that the architect might save us all.
Since then, I haven't seen him. I heard he went climbing up the World Tree not long after, and brought divine revelations back with him.
You mean...
The Aegis. Malos.
But what kind of revelation is this? What kind of salvation? Could anyone call this salvation? His hope caused this, or his despair.
Despair?
How about you then? You're from the same stock?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just following this guy since he woke me up, and that's basically it. I have no particular interest in this world or its future.
And Malus himself?
His thoughts, I'm especially uninterested in. We've never even met.
Please, don't mistake her. Despite the attitude, she's a good kid.
The hell is with that tone? Where do you get off acting all parental?
Oh, come on. I woke you up. I make sure you get enough to eat.
What?
Cloud sea crab sticks are tasty, aren't they? You're very welcome. Although I don't think I'd have managed to eat 6 myself.
What? You counted?
I don't know where you put all that.
I'm the Aegis. I need all the fuel I can get. Hey!
You are too easy to sneak up on. Where are my extra rations?
You little...
The Aegis, bested by a little kid.
Milton! Get back here!
Hmm?
You know, if the architect really does exist, I'd quite like to meet him. Salvation, huh?
Well, we got this. We have... Oh, man. So we finally have our full party of 9. If there's anything else to talk about with Minoth, let's get into his other stuff. So enhancing arts, Gancho is an increased damage ratio after canceling an auto attack. Given that he wants to be doing that anyway to keep boosting his own damage,
Just you wait for it.
absolutely going for that right away. He has an evasion art as well, at the cost of 10% of his current HP. That's actually Rock's ability that we saw all that time ago. The second example that we've ever seen of an evasion art on an attacking blade, and it again comes at the cost of a little HP. And increased damage to his HP is 90% or higher. This right here is his bread and butter,
Even prouder.
and I definitely want that available as often as it can be. A recharge of 4 as well, I would like to add when it's level 5. We can level up the other ones too, just for the sake of getting a little higher damage, but I'm mainly going to save up my WP to get this up to level 5 ASAP. Now, I'm going to save his talent art for a little bit later. As for his weapon, he starts with a good courtship, no secondary effects. I don't have any that I can even give him. His affinity chart, he wants to defeat Tellariki on Olnard's Trail in Torna. We'll be on the lookout for that, or not Riki, Reek. But his 2 field skills, Entomology And da-da-da-da, mining. You've been waiting for it for 2 whole Titans now, and it's finally arrived. He has 3 Aux Core slots, meaning that he should absolutely be the Hunter's Chemistry slot on Adam instead of Mithra. Get that off of it, Gian. What's it even doing there? I was gonna give Minoth Fast Blade Switch too, and then I realized that's really stupid because that belongs on Jin, who can topple and then do a lot of stuff, having him available earlier in a fight. Man, I just got nothing. I went for Affinity Max Accuracy one, which is only gonna help in overleveled unique monster fights. He is good at those. And Specials level 1+1, as I stand by Specials level 1+ being a good effect. Before we continue onward, we not only have a new field skill at our disposal, but we also have an Aegean, who should be disposed of. Okay, being serious. Aegean, because he's been out of the party for a while, he had all level 1 skills for the longest time. He's barely gotten a chance to even be used, and as such, he's got lots of stuff that wants to hunt enemies in places that we've already been to. He just hasn't been high enough level to actually start earning these. So what I'm gonna do now is go around the world, get Aegean his skills, and in the process, we're gonna open up all the treasure troves that we can open up with Minoth.
What a pleasant stroll.
Where
Where
shall we
what a
head to next?
Coincidence! Right where we're going in the first place in the lasagna region. Harbinger Cavill, I can absolutely deal with this guy now. Wait, no. We're gonna actually start the fight with Minoth. Okay. This sounds like a perfect opportunity to go over his talent art.
With focus and discipline.
All we need to do to unlock it is get him to max affinity, which again, you should be doing anyway. Duelo, or Duelo, I guess, is Earth damage ×2, aggro gain ×3. This sounds bad, but remember that he has an effect. I don't want to be standing behind you, I did that last time. Remember that he has aggro down as one of his skills, and that's not all. As long as Hugo is doing his job, aggro gain is a non-issue. It really isn't that bad. You'll be fine. Hugo can just force aggro whenever he wants. No big deal. Okay, so I want to go do that. We'll do your level 2. We got max affinity. And basically what we're going to be doing for here is activate Duelo and do his canceling over and over again as we can. Art Recharge is particularly good on him for these reasons. Gonna raise our that. I don't care if you're dodging, I'm just gonna break dance all over the floor. His voice is not what I expected it to be when he was younger, I have to say. It caught me off guard the first time that I heard it. I'm not gonna get this level 3 up in time, all right. Sure try. I'm just gonna go for this from Hugo. I thought that would give us Meteorite, but I have that wrong. Chain attack is ready. Oh! Gonna do Duelo again. You can just keep activating it over and over again, where essentially you're gonna be alternating between doing arts, using Duelo, doing arts, using Duelo. His aggro gain doesn't matter whatsoever. You can activate it willy-nilly without consequence. Doesn't even cost him HP in the process, unless you count him getting aggro, which he never got it there. I activated it like 3 times, and it didn't matter. Mithra! Nice one.
This is far from over.
Jin?
I need you up front.
You're not behind the enemy, that's okay.
Don't forget me.
Don't forget me.
Leave the rear guard to me, Bridget.
Oh, Aegean wants to use specials participating chain attacks. I was looking at his skills. It's one of the things that we can knock out in this fight.
No mercy.
Magnificent.
Mithra, if you would be so kind. Level 2 sucks. Only 1 hit.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Haze, I think, wants her level 2. Yeah, this is just everything. It's like, who wanted to use what specials again? That's this whole game. Aegean coming out. So you've seen that Minoth is a real force to be reckoned with. You'd think that he wouldn't do as much damage as, say, Mithra, given that she's the Aegis and all, but he's not at all a bad option. He's somebody that I would recommend if the enemy is weak to dark, or if you just really want to do a lot of hits in succession to build something up. Huh. Guess there is something to these newfangled flesh eaters after all.
I am as relentless as the tides. Bridget!
I am as relentless as the tides. Oh, whoops, I can't actually do anything. Yeah, done. Level ups for Team Adam and Team Hugo. Transmigration level 4. Are you serious? Got HP attack boost on there, which could be good for me, not stacking with his artifacts and his specials. I think I'll equip that right away. Take that instead of your Affinity Max Accuracy. What all did we learn?
I'll make good use of this.
Can't do that.
I cannot disregard my support duties either.
There must be some use for this.
More growing to do? Oh boy.
Right next to that unique monster is the oldest excavation that we have not done. Unearth!
It'd be a crime not to.
Just outside of Lasham Cove, right under this thing over here. Oh, it's a tree root. I just kind of wondered what this was. If it was a rock formation or something. I never looked at it that closely. Not what I meant to grab. I'll take it. Excavation.
It'd be a crime not to.
He's just digging in the dirt with those gun knives, making those antiques go horribly to waste. They're such cool looking weapons, and you do that to them. Using them like lowly shovel claws.
All right, spill it.
That gives us chain chips and a sword fighting banner. Increases damage dealt to launched enemies. Adam's able to extend launch duration. There's better ways of increasing damage other than just in that one circumstance. And the chain chip is a common one that gives higher auto attack and block rate. No, I don't want this on any of the blades. Hayes' luck up by 50 is just so good that I don't care about her doing less damage because she's not even the attacker anyway.
Continue.
Hello! Oh.
It's all right. You can't rush these things.
I went to this camp, the hidden hunting camp, to try to get something else, and then I found that, oh, I found my own demise. I found that, I almost did it again. I found that there was an excavation nearby that I can't even hope to do. Right over by the Serene Spring side, down there, the place that will become Lyta Oasis in the future. Yes, Selzar's Taus. One of those is needed for a Aegean skill. Again, I reiterate, these are usually endgame level 80 mobs that just make your life hell in the early areas because they're flying around and you can't even see them in the sky. So seeing a level 16 one is pretty comical. And right next to where I killed it, just across the way, was another treasure trove. Go figure. It's like they're subtly guiding you through the world to show you where things are by having those things on the affinity charts. It's exactly what they're doing.
Even
Up at Singbreeze Bow, say it right this time. Right over by here are Dread Caterpiles, which are needed for Aegean skill, 3 of them in fact. Should be up here, right over by where this was. No. Oh, level 31. Oh, we can take it. It's a Caterpile.
Shouldn't be too much trouble.
On your mark, Minute.
I'll handle the support too.
A magnificent power.
All
In
right.
this place in the Aletta region, right behind Death's Door, we can unearth our own grave. Oh.
All right.
Down, Minoth, get down! Coil chip. Oh, coil chip. I see your visual pun there. Another block rate focused one that I'm just simply not using.
It'd be a crime
Big
not
green
to.
barrel in the cliffside Turkin camp. This actually isn't tied to Minoth. We just didn't have the right skills for Aegean to do this. Big one. We gotta head back to camp for a new fireside chat with Minoth by our side. Hey, Milton. What's up? That Minoth guy. I don't get why he's tagging along. To be honest, I don't know either. They don't tell us kids anything. Maybe I could try and get it out of them the next time we have a break or something. Okay, cool. But aren't we supposed to be hurrying to the capital as quickly as possible? I guess that's something else us kids don't get a say in. Typical grown-ups. Wow, Minoth, you're a valuable new addition to this group dynamic. Minoth is able to craft his own items. Dramaturgy. He writes scripts. How like him?
Pretty solid if I say so myself.
Every single one of his crafting items is made with the exact same 2 items, memento bark and sticky stick insect. Here's where you obtain them. I will never need to show you another recipe from him again. While this sounds nice and simple, and like it's not really all that much to keep track of, believe it or not, he does have a favorite item available elsewhere. There it is, Ruska Dumpling Soup from Aegean.
How do you like it?
Here's that.
Thank you. I'll be sure to savor it.
Tasty. delicious! I could stage a play about this.
A whole play about soup? Sign me up. There's that, and the fact that Hayes
What a fascinating story.
likes scripts.
We
Back
must
up to where we
stay
first met
vigilant.
him, there was a treasure trove in front of me that entire time, and I never saw it up on that ledge, and it was sparkling and shimmering right in the middle of the screen. I hope I didn't make too many of you upset by walking past that so many times. Right over by where we first met him, the Tellarique! You spoony bard! He wants to take these out.
Let us band together.
Ready to go!
I've gained more power.
I stay at camp so often, I don't believe that we've actually had a chance to hear the nighttime theme at all yet. It's good in its own right, even if I might prefer the day theme.
Your sword-swapping fighting style. It's very interesting, you know.
It's still quite rough, though. I'm a bit lacking in oomph. It'll take me a while to get it down properly.
See, I wasn't actually talking about the power or technique.
Oh? What then?
That connection you have. Human and blade. It's like a bond of sorts. I just found it curious.
An actual bond?
It's like that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know.
It does make sense. Lady Laura is always with Jin. And you almost never find time to practice with me. It's like he's her favorite.
Come on, don't say that. I'm an equal opportunities driver.
Liar!
You're both my partners and very dear to me. There's no favoritism, swear.
Are you really sure about that?
I think Hayes is a bit jealous. I have been with you longer, after all.
You think? All right then. Starting tomorrow, Hayes gets to take the lead. Good?
Wonderful!
You don't mind?
It's all right by me.
Do you remember? The last time we paid a visit to Indol?
What did you think?
You mean about him? Let's see. In a word, he seemed very human, protecting his heart with a mask of lies.
Are you curious what's behind it?
Not really. Most humans are like that, aren't they?
Cutting to the chase, I see. But I hear his achievements in Indol have been quite grand. The refugee protection policies from last year are his work as well.
So a hypocrite, then. Isn't that what you call the type?
Quite. I hope that's all he is.
He smiled. Did you notice?
No?
I think he might actually be enjoying this.
What?
The world in this state.
That's interesting.
You felt something was wrong, didn't you? That's why you brought me.
Don't you think they're worth saving?
If you think they are, you know you'll have my aid.
Even if you disagree?
That's not for the likes of me to decide. It's up to you humans.
Oh, you mean that time? I remember. What about it?
What Minoth said bothered me. I think he was talking about Malos, but his words could just as easily have applied to Amalthus.
I suppose.
What if all of this is what Amalthus... No. What all of humanity really wants?
You don't mean it.
Hey. What are we going to do if we defeat Malice anyway?
You know. Like I told Hugo, go home and work the land. I didn't get to harvest the Grom rice this year.
Well, that might be good enough for you. Some others might not be too pleased with that.
Who is this?
Picked him up during a routine core collection. He was one of yours, right?
As we discussed, I engaged him as a broker of cores, but no more. What a waste of a human being.
That much is hard to deny.
What are you driving at?
Waste and refuse can have their own uses, I think. The project we spoke of before, I think it may be time to set it in motion.
You mean a blade eater?
His strength will grow exponentially. It will dwarf even that of a flesh eater.
And you can control him?
Oh, please. Even if we can't, there's no need to worry. After all, this is just a prototype. Sooner or later, the binding will decay and he will die. I hear he's got some connection to this paragon of Torna, you see. He'll prove useful either way. Torna, then? He's on your mind, isn't he? Malos.
Not him, but what comes after.